Well, guys, welcome back to another shitty episode. We're back for another weekly recap. And just to kind of let y'all know how my week went and what I'm dealing with, what I'm doing to deal with it, and just everything and anything in between. But this week I did my first session of stand-up comedy. Before I go on any further, I'll put that up on screen now.
I definitely don't want to look like Jason, so I wore an OnlyFans sweater. Hopefully break the ice a little bit. As a typical white guy, I do have a podcast, so. But I wanted to try this out because, like I said, I have a podcast and I would like to try this live. But I'm not good at talking to people live. As you can tell by the OnlyFans sweater, that's the only icebreaker I've got. But hopefully, I pray that one day this gets some women's attention. I love women, especially the tattooed ones. Not the white women that have 2 tattoos and say that they're tatted. But I want my women to look like a middle school fucking notebook. I want just random doodles and colors fucking everywhere. I want you to be able to stand up against a Chipotle bag and blend in. You know what I mean? I want my grandparents to just be disappointed whenever I bring them to Thanksgiving. So, that's the type of women I like. Of course, they were talking about trans women. Of course, times are changing. Back in my day, we had Wonder Woman. Now it's Wonder If It's a Woman. But with times changing, it's getting weird out there. Women are changing constantly. Like I said, I like toxic clearly with the tattoos. But I've noticed a lot of women like to be choked and spanked. That's their kink. As soon as I hear that, I think you would love my parents. That's all I got growing up. Talk back a little bit, you'll get it. But I'm not sure if y'all can tell, I'm a little bit nervous up here. Like I said, this is my first time on stage, so I'm sweating. My ass is definitely sweaty. The moisture in my socks is not from my feet, I'll tell you that. But I think that's really all I got, but thank y'all.
So, that was my first stand-up comedy attempt. Not proud of it. That was probably the scariest thing I have ever done. My anxiety and my fear was higher than the first time I flew. When I say I was shitting bricks, I mean shitting bricks. One of my biggest fears is talking publicly, talking to people in a manner of you being the center of attention. My anxiety goes through the roof and I feel like I am trapped. I tremble, I bust blood vessels in my neck. That's why I wore a hoodie that night, that way nobody could see my neck. Because public speaking is a huge fear of mine. But I decided to push through that. I decided that I made a bet and I was going to honor that bet. And after doing it, after getting past the fear, the trembling, the feeling like I couldn't breathe, I was able to get up there. I was only up there for about 2 minutes. And it felt like an hour. That feeling, I can't describe. The feeling of a million eyes on you whenever there's only 20 or 30 in the room is something that I can't explain. It's like my vision went fish-eyed and my hearing was gone. The fear has always kept me away from doing things like that. The anxiety, the feeling in my stomach has always kept me away from doing things like that, and I'm glad I was able to push myself through it because honestly I enjoyed it. I had a lot of fun afterwards, after the anxiety attacks. I don't know how to describe the feeling, but it was fun. And I kind of want to do it again, to be honest with you. My anxiety will probably be just as bad, but I don't know. I just kind of want to do it again. I really can't describe why I want to do it again, but I do. But pushing myself out of my comfort zones like that is the only way I know how to defeat the anxiety, because I don't want my anxiety controlling me. I don't want to be defined by my anxiety. And another thing I did a podcast with two complete strangers on Friday. Two guys that I'd met for 2 or 3 minutes. I decided to go out into the middle of a field, bring all of my equipment, and shoot a podcast. Again, terrifying because they could have been serial killers. But another way I've kind of pushed myself out of my comfort zone to kind of help reduce my anxiety. If I can get myself into those uncomfortable situations, I feel like I can get rid of the anxiety. And I don't know that it'll work, but it has made me experience a lot of joy and experience a lot of things that I wouldn't have before. The feedback I got off of the Two Dudes podcast has been awesome. And if I would have let my anxiety control it that night, I wouldn't have done it. I would have stayed at home and not shot that podcast. If I would have let my anxiety control me, I would have not done stand-up comedy, and I wouldn't have gotten the kind words that I got after I did the session. And so I want to let y'all know that it's okay to get out of your comfort zone. It's okay to be uncomfortable. It's okay to have anxiety attacks. It's okay to be scared. But letting that fear drive what you do, and letting that fear not allow you to experience new experiences, that's not okay. I want y'all to enjoy life and make memories. I want us to do that together, because I'm not anywhere close to where I want to be, but I'm learning. And that's the point of these solo episodes, is to let y'all know what I'm doing, to learn, to get through this, to find happiness and make those memories. Because it's hard. It's not fun at first, but if you can get past that, a lot of times it'll be a ton of fun. A good friend of mine reached out to me after I released that solo episode and told me that he, after watching that, is inspired to do his own thing now. And he said watching that episode kind of inspired him to do that. And that inspired me to keep doing these weekly recaps, even though I'm not super comfortable with it. Even though I get anxious shooting these episodes by myself. That inspired me to do more of these, because I didn't know what kind of impact this would make, but clearly it's making some sort of impact, and so I hope that maybe this can help other people and push other people to get out of their comfort zones, because it's worth it. It's so worth it. Whether what you're doing works out or not, you can at least say that you did it. And I just want to help y'all and let y'all know that it's okay to to have those feelings. It's okay to not know what's going to happen next and kind of just take a leap of faith and hope for the best, because you don't know what the outcome would be unless you do it. And so that's really the message this week, is getting out of your comfort zone, because I'm going to keep on doing that. I did it twice this week, and it was the two best decisions I've ever made. And eventually it may be a bad decision, but at least I didn't let my fear and anxiety determine what I did. So, I hope y'all can kind of understand where I'm coming from. Again, I'm not great at this talking to myself thing. I'm used to having somebody over on that side of the desk to kind of talk back and forth with. And I hit my, what was that? I hit some kind of fitness goal today, apparently, according to my Apple Watch. But I'm not good at this. I'm not. But I hope I can get better with every episode. I hope y'all can be patient with me as I grow and learn more about this solo podcasting thing. And hopefully y'all can stick around to see me do some more stand-up. Because like I said, I want to do some more of that. I think that was a lot of fun. And more adventurous podcasts. Doing things that nobody else would do. Because everybody called me crazy for doing what I did with the two dudes. And it turned out to be such a fun episode. That's an episode I'll probably never forget. And I hopefully made friends out of it, because we're still in touch, and hopefully that's a friendship that lasts, because I'm going to be rooting for them all the way. But this week's been weird. It's been really weird. I don't know what caused me to get out of my comfort zone, but I've just kind of decided to, and it's been good so far. But yeah, that's really all that's happened this week. Just the stand-up and that weird episode. But tomorrow, me and Danny are getting back to normal. We're going to shoot another normal episode. But we still got a lot of things in the works. And so I hope y'all can sit through these episodes and at least smile or laugh once, or kind of relate, or maybe motivate you to change something up, to try something new, to just experience and just live life, make memories. But I think that's all I've got this week. About 10 minutes worth of talking. Maybe next week will be longer. I don't know. But thank y'all for sitting around and listening to me talk and kind of open up. Like I said, hopefully one day I'll get better at this, because I know I'm not great. But thank y'all for being patient with me. But we will see y'all on Wednesday for a regular episode. So thank you for watching Clocked Out Chronicles.